It being a little after 6 p.m., I'll go ahead and call the April 24th, 2018 Winnebago County Board of Supervisors to session. First is roll, so if you could please press in and also silence any cell phones that you may have. And then the next item is if you could all please ride for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And if you'll please remain standing for the invocation by Supervisor Locke.
We come to you asking for your blessings and help as we are gathered together for this evening. Show us how to conduct our work with a spirit of joy and enthusiasm. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Supervisor Locke. Just making sure, is the volume okay? Yeah.
We're checking.
Okay, they're checking on that. We're sorry, a little bit of technical difficulty.
We're checking. Julie just went back.
They're looking into it and working on it as best they can. Thanks, Supervisor Finch. Okay, moving on to the next agenda item is the adoption of the agenda for tonight. I will call on Supervisor Roble.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll move for the approval of this evening's agenda.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. At this time, I'd like to open up the floor from anyone from the public who may wish to speak on any issue related to county business. Thank you, sir. If you could please state your name and address.
Yes, Alan Davis, Community Development Director for the City of Oshkosh. I'm here to speak in favor of the resolution regarding dark stores, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Sir,
Can you
could
hear me?
you try to get a little bit closer to the mic? Unfortunately, there's just a little bit of technical difficulty.
Can you hear me now? I don't know how much closer I can get to the microphone.
We're certain you'll do the best you can, sir.
I'll speak as loud as I can.
Thank you.
Okay. Alan Davis with the City of Oshkosh, Community Development Director, and I'm here to speak in favor of the resolution regarding the dark stores that's on your agenda. I appreciate the opportunity to talk to the county board. It's a very important issue that affects not only the City of Oshkosh, but every municipality, because the dark store theory reduces the value of a lot of the big box retailers in the city, and that is one thing that could reduce their taxes and shift that burden to other retailers, small business owners, and especially homeowners in the City of Oshkosh and Winnebago County. So I wanted to just highlight a few things. Number one, big box stores are claiming that they should be valued based on vacant and abandoned buildings. And if you know Oshkosh, we used to have a Kmart that was basically vacant and almost abandoned. They want to be treated like that, and that made no sense to the assessor and the city council when it comes to valuing property, because you look at the highest and best use, and you also look at comparable sales of operating businesses. And with that Kmart site, that's not a good example to use, but that's what they want to be able to use in every instance and reduce their overall values. Number two, the mayor wanted me to point out to the county board that our public safety costs for big boxes are much higher than they are for vacant properties. We get daily calls to the big boxes for various police and fire calls. We get maybe one a year on a vacant site, so they actually require a lot more public services and infrastructure than the typical abandoned store. And as the city manager pointed out, Wisconsin is not alone. Other states such as Michigan and Indiana have already closed their loopholes on this type of tax strategy, and we're asking Wisconsin legislators to help protect small businesses and residential property owners and close this loophole in Wisconsin. So the City Council has also passed a resolution in favor of closing the dark store loophole, and I want to just close in saying that the City Council wants to make sure that everybody understands that the assessor should consider as comparable those sales exhibiting the similar highest and best use, market segment, and not abandoned properties.
Thank you, sir. Is there anyone else from the public who wishes to speak on any item related to county government? Is there anyone else from the public who wishes to speak? Okay, we'll declare that portion of the agenda closed. So moving on down to notice of claims, resolutions from other counties, and zoning petitions. County Clerk Ertmer?
Thank you. Yes, we have a notice of claim for damage done to an advanced disposal truck out at the landfill. It's being referred to the Personnel and Finance Committee. We have a resolution from Grant County, a resolution to create a nonpartisan procedure for the preparation of legislative and congressional redistricting plans, referred to the Legislative Committee. Petition for zoning amendment from Nate Potratz in the town of Omro, requesting a zoning change from A2 to R1 for single-family residence, is referred to Planning and Zoning. And a petition for zoning amendment from Charles Lind, town of Black Wolf, requesting a zoning change from R1 with floodplain to R1 without a out of floodplain, and that is referred to Planning and Zoning.
Thank you. Moving on to the next agenda item, reports from committees, commissions, and boards. Anyone? Supervisor Norton first, and then Supervisor Shorsey.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to remind everyone about the annual Rethink Legislative Breakfast. It's this Friday, April 27th, from 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. The breakfast will begin at 7:15 a.m., and it's at the Myron Construction Wensler Center in 1471 McMahon Road in Neenah. And this theme for this year's Rethink Legislative Breakfast is Healthy Policy Cafe. RSVP, if you're interested in going, I would encourage everyone, especially the new ones, to go. I think the RSVP by tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Norton. Supervisor Shorsey?
Mr. Chairman, I just wanted to bring up some follow-up information regarding the January 22nd orientation education seminar in Stevens Point for new board members. And I found the Wisconsin Counties Association website following that training to be very helpful. So I know that there's another training coming up for new members, but if they wanted to go on that site in the meantime and take a look under past event materials and 2018 WCA educational seminars, you'll find some interesting things. It also includes the Eau Claire County area. I don't know if that's the county, but Dunn County, Eau Claire County, and the work that has been done between their boards and administrative staff. And then the second thing I'd like to do is to recommend that we actually host some of the presenters from that training for the full board, and that is to host a Von Briesen attorney presenting with Mark O'Connell on a program they entitled County Government Authority, Administrative Structure Options, and the Roles of County Board Members. I found it to be exceedingly informative and really kind of stretches your thinking. They're looking at new trends or current trends in county board management, that sort of thing. So I would suggest that we consider bringing them here. It's also a good precursor for any strategic discussions and planning we may do for board and staff leaders in the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Shorsey. And Clerk Ertmer notified me that unfortunately the main amplifier has died. Mine works because I'm using a different mic right now, so we apologize for the inconvenience, but we'll certainly do the best we can. The next is Supervisor Fari, and then after that, it'll be Supervisor Finch.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to announce that the Land Conservation Committee of this county, along with Jerry Finch, County Supervisor, and Chris Kneep, met with Nancy Barker. She was a retired member of this county board with 25 years of service. At her new residence, which is an assisted living facility in Neenah, to present her with a plaque for her recognition of service to the Land Conservation Committee and to the UW Extension Committee of this county. It's a very nice plaque. It will be placed next to the rain gardens when you walk into the Coughlin Center. It'll be right on your right there, right alongside the rain gardens, and it will be a permanent plaque that will be placed there. I should mention she's doing well and was very thankful for the plaque. So certainly thank the Land Conservation Committee for their support, UW Extension for their support of this plaque. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Faraheen, for that update. Supervisor Finch.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First off is we are going to have another park tour sometime in the next probably 2 months. But for some of the people that would like to see what goes on in the park and what's happening, soon as we come up with a date, which will be our next park committee meeting, we'll come up with a date, and we'd like to have whomever would like to go to it, by all means, get a hold of either Rob Way or Vicki Redlin for the parks, so they can mark down, who would like to come. So then we can correlate how many vehicles we'll need for the park tour. So keep that in mind, please. Also, I had some calls today, and I just had a couple of people here ask me about the dog park in Neenah, and that is no longer available. That has been eliminated from the town board of Neenah. They do not want to do it. However, though, myself, Rob Way, the director, and Sheriff John Motz did take the time to go and look at another area, and I think it'll be a nice one. Although Sheriff Motz wants to take 2, 3, 4 days just to look it over as far as safety-wise, getting in, getting out, and what we actually need to make it good for everybody, not only the dogs, but the owners too. And Mike did get ahead of me on the Rethink program. I was there, I think it was last year, and it's really nice for some people who like to get some knowledge. By all means, go to it. It's at Myron Construction. But the thing of it is, you can't go past it. You're on CB. You got to take the road right before it, and I forget the name, Jacobson Road, I think it is. Turn right there, go up a half a block, right past the gas station, turn left, and that'll take you right into it. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor Finch. Next is Supervisor Supervisor Lautenschlager.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just want to note, last night Supervisor Norton, myself, and my wife went to dinner at Benvenito's, and the receipts from that dinner last night was 10% of the profits went from 11 in the morning till 8 at night or something like that to the Winnebago County Dog Park. So we chipped in a little bit towards the Winnebago County Dog Park last night.
Thank you, Supervisor Lautenschlager. And that'll conclude the committee reports, so moving on down to the next item, which is the approval of the proceedings from March 20th, 2018 County Board meeting. Is there a motion? There's a motion and a second. Any discussion, changes? Then all those in favor say aye. Aye. Nay? Motion carries unanimously. Moving on down next to the county executive reports. Executive Harris?
I'll project here. I would also like to discuss the proposal for a referendum on dark stores. That I think that's essential that we do something to indicate our concerns over this trend. There's a number of big box retailers, drugstores, hardware stores, and others that are looking for discounts on their current assessments of up to 70%. Under the theory that their stores were valued for their use, but they're so unique that they should be compared more to a closed store. And of course, closed stores tend to be in less desirable areas as well, And it doesn't seem appropriate to me that that argument would be used, but it has been winning all over. And Mr. DeShane from the League of Municipalities said that it's only a matter of time before smart tax attorneys start expanding this exception. He says, one of our greatest concerns is that enterprising tax lawyers have started trying to expand the dark store argument to dark banks and even dark fast food. So what this would be is a significant erosion of the business tax base. Wouldn't reduce the amount of tax revenue we receive, but it would shift it from those businesses, generally large national chains, onto small business and homeowners. And there's already been a significant shift of property tax onto homeowners over the last several decades. Sometimes it goes the other way, but for the most part, there's been a significant shift off of big business and onto the homeowners. And I'm sure the board members do not want their citizens to feel that they're responsible for a significant increase in property tax on homeowners when it occurs because of a shift off of these major retailers. Another item on the agenda that's worthy of attention, my paper's here, is the reorganization for the highway department. And that's a complicated issue. I hope you'll give it fair consideration. And the highway director and the HR director in the back of the room, so that when you come to that item, you have some questions, I would encourage you to call on them to get the correct information. That's all I have for my report. I do, however, also have some appointments. And my appointments to the Local Emergency Planning Commission, I've got 3 appointments, and they are Jake Bigger, Allison Vaccaro, and Michael Erdman.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
And I have a single appointment to the Menasha Library Board, Joseph Franzoy.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you, Executive Harris. Next item on the agenda is the County Board Chairman's Report. Only have 2 quick things. Number 1, Supervisor Snyder did ask to be excused for this evening. And then number 2, if you all could just check your email, there's some information in regards to the WCA annual conference. It's in La Crosse this year, and it'll be September 23rd through the 25th. So just looking for some pre-planning in advance for some of the logistics, and more information in an email in regards to that. And so that concludes my report. So moving right on down to the approval of the Committee on Committee appointments. You all should have received those in an email beforehand. Is there a motion?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. So now we come to the time of the agenda when we look for a motion to recess. And during that recess, what we would do is the committees would gather together and elect their committee officers. What I would ask is whoever is elected chairman of the committee, if they could please just touch base with me afterward so I'm aware. And then once when we reconvene, then I will certainly call upon you so that you can announce the officers of the respective committees. So I'd ask for a motion to recess for 15 minutes. There's a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We are in recess.
The Winnebago County Board is currently in a break. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. This is GovTV, opening accessibility and understanding of local government, helping you to be informed and involved. Also streaming live and on demand at oshkoshmedia.org and radio simulcast on Oshkosh FM 101.9. Like us on Facebook at our Oshkosh Media page. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. Please stay with us. Coverage will resume shortly. The Winnebago County Board is currently in a break. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. This is GovTV, opening accessibility and understanding of local government, helping you to be informed and involved. Also streaming live and on demand at oshkoshmedia.org and radio simulcast on Oshkosh FM 101.9. Like us on Facebook at our Oshkosh Media page. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. Please stay with us. Coverage will resume shortly. The Winnebago County Board is currently in a break. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. This is GovTV, opening accessibility and understanding of local government, helping you to be informed and involved. Also streaming live and on demand at oshkoshmedia.org and radio simulcast on Oshkosh FM 101.9. Like us on Facebook at our Oshkosh Media page. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. Please stay with us. Coverage will resume shortly. The Winnebago County Board is currently in a break. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. This is GovTV, opening accessibility and understanding of local government, helping you to be informed and involved. Also streaming live and on demand at oshkoshmedia.org and radio simulcast on Oshkosh FM 101.9. Like us on Facebook at our Oshkosh Media page. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. Please stay with us. Coverage will resume shortly. The Winnebago County Board is currently in a break. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. This is GovTV, opening accessibility and understanding of local government, helping you to be informed and involved. Also streaming live and on demand at oshkoshmedia.org and radio simulcast on Oshkosh FM 101.9. Like us on Facebook at our Oshkosh Media page. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. Please stay with us. Coverage will resume shortly. The Winnebago County Board is currently in a break. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. This is GovTV, opening accessibility and understanding of local government, helping you to be informed and involved. Also streaming live and on demand at oshkoshmedia.org and radio simulcast on Oshkosh FM 101.9. Like us on Facebook at our Oshkosh Media page. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. Please stay with us. Coverage will resume shortly. The Winnebago County Board is currently in a break. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. This is GovTV, opening accessibility and understanding of local government, helping you to be informed and involved. Also streaming live and on demand at oshkoshmedia.org and radio simulcast on Oshkosh FM 101.9. Like us on Facebook at our Oshkosh Media page. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. Please stay with us. Coverage will resume shortly. The Winnebago County Board is currently in a break. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. This is GovTV, opening accessibility and understanding of local government, helping you to be informed and involved. Also streaming live and on demand at oshkoshmedia.org and radio simulcast on Oshkosh FM 101.9. Like us on Facebook at our Oshkosh Media page. For a schedule of all GovTV programming, visit our website at oshkoshmedia.org. Please stay